And James, it's an honor to have you here today to perform for us. I'm going to turn things over to you.
So my poem is called The Library Fairy. Alright, here it goes. Back in the time when I became unsure about the existence of Santa Claus, there emerged a being whose existence I clung to like ivy on a cliff when you're aiming for the top, but your fear makes you stop. She reached out, pulling me to safety, and her name was the Library Fairy. I had to take but one step into her kingdom to be enchanted. The walls were made of words, and the masons glued these bricks together with wisdom, experience, and devotion. I could hear her flitting through the volumes, traversing the verses like a well-worn path between her home and infinity. Then my hands began to move under her direction, tickling the spines of storytellers forgotten. Some books were a burst of brilliance in my mind, but, like the sun, exposure should be limited, so I just read them one time. Other stories became favorites. Their covers fit my hand like a favorite mitten. You know, the ones with the music notes and teddy bears? They remind me of warm thoughts and cold days. They remind me of home. The Library Fairy sees your heart but keeps you blind. The all-knowing sprite, flaunting her mind, always knows right but remains out of sight. Nothing more than a murmur, a shadow on the shelves, until one day I began not just to read, but to think. I saw her eyes, mirrors of human fragility, her hair made of the flowing strands of time, a dress forged of forgotten dreams, and wings, spreading out gossamer strands of eloquence, creating a canopy of literature, protecting her children, allowing them to fly. A picture made with 1,000 words, but with 1,000 words, these poets can make you see 1,000 images, evoking every emotion. With 1,000 words, a poet can remind you of every soul-crushing heartbreak, bringing you the lowest steps, then catapulting you up with memories of your greatest triumphs, hurling you higher than you ever thought possible, until you are soaring with the other flightless birds. Shh. You're in the library, and you must be quiet. The thought these books create can only be heard in whispers, each to be caught like a firefly, whose brilliance belongs to you but for a moment, then is gone. Listen closely and you will hear. Listen closely and you will hear. Listen closely and you will hear the whispering of history's visionaries. And the more you hear, the more you grow. Like a beanstalk planted from a bean made of doubted dreams. Outside these four walls, everyone is speaking Jabberwocky. There are fools who grasp vainly at the ideal, and in searching for it, they jealously deprive others of insight. They rip pages from the books of wisdom, burn them in the fires of ignorance. You are no longer protected by the Library Fairy. You must take the first step on your own. Fight. Write down your thoughts until the pencil tip breaks like the bones in your fingers. Snap, and you will start the spark that burns on the walls around the mind of somebody else. Snap, and you will creep next, and men won't stop their wise as your words go whizzing by. Snap, and the world will gaze at you, but their eyes will be ignored by the fervor of your devotion. Snap! She has watched, and she has listened, and as she whispers to the wandering children, along with the works of ancient poets past, she will whisper your name.